in your relationship, design yourself and the other person to evolve and see beyond the conflict. So what is fundamentally very important in conflict management in a relationship is you evaluating the relationship to that peak level. When you concentrate on conflict management, then you are a conflict-oriented person in a relationship. When you concentrate on relationship, then conflicts fade away on their own automatically. How to do that is a question. Because sometimes, I keep telling you this, in a relationship, losing is the best way of winning. Relationship conflict management. You have to understand one thing. When an engine is designed to produce 3000 cc of capacity and certain horsepower, 250, 200 horsepower. Remember one thing, it also generates something which is unwanted called heat. Yeah? And you also have to design a system to mitigate that. In the same fashion, in a relationship, when you have a conflict, most people want to resolve the conflict. Actually, remember one thing, continuously design in your relationship, design yourself and the other person to evolve and see beyond the conflict. When you are trying to resolve a conflict, the question is whether you are right or I am right. And sometimes what happens is, in spite of you proving that you are right, you will lose the bigger game. In a relationship, it's not about who is right. As long as it is about where are we going and from now here where. Sometimes we have deviated and from there where, how to backtrack to the destination. When you have that mindset, then what happens is you will actually resolve your conflicts faster. Because any conflict takes time to resolve, because no party is willing to accept defeat. And even if you have defeated the other party, proved that you are wrong and I am right, at that point in time you will lose a bigger game. Sometimes proving the other person wrong makes your life go wrong. Sometimes proving the other person wrong at that context will make something else go wrong. And sometimes proving the other person wrong at that point in time is very important. So what is fundamentally very important in conflict management in a relationship is you evaluating the relationship to that peak level. For example, a mother, a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old mother beats the child strongly. The child will hug the mother and cry because she has evaluated the relationship at that point in time to such an extent that the relationship is beyond pain. The relationship is beyond insult. When you concentrate on conflict management, then you are a conflict-oriented person in a relationship. When you concentrate on relationship, then conflicts fade away on their own automatically. How to do that is a question. As I said, mother invests in the child. Invest in the child long enough. First 1 year, the child does anything, the mother is not doing anything. Second year, the mother is. Third year, fourth year, fifth year, when the mother wants the child to learn something, be something disciplined or something, and the child doesn't listen, at that time mother shows. Then because of the investment, in a relationship, when you are concentrating on investment, not money, you have to understand, investing in a relationship, when you invest on that relationship and always focus on we, us, our, you are mine, I am yours, then conflicts do appear. But at that time, you will understand one thing. Everybody is ready to accept purpose than their profit. But when you are negotiating the conflict, who is right? At that time, nobody. Remember one thing, you can shorten the line only by drawing a bigger line, not trying to erase it or cut it. When you try to erase it and cut it, you think you have shortened it, but you have actually destroyed it. So, conflict management in a relationship can only happen by nurturing the relationship, by investing in the relationship, by building a constitution to a relationship. For a country to run well, you write a constitution and say, this is we will abide by. In the same fashion, when you enter into a marriage relationship or a friendship relationship, you subconsciously start building a constitution with them, which you are not aware. This is how we will function. This is how we are. And what is our purpose has to be defined. Generally, what happens is, like when two beggars come together, more begging happens. When two givers come together, more giving happens. In the same fashion, now when you form a relationship, I want this and this and this and this with you. I want a relationship with this and this and this with you. Two people who want something and form a relationship, their conflict management becomes very difficult. Because here they are two beggars. But when you come together, you fundamentally subconsciously create. See, why two people come together? For a greater good. That's actually the truth. Now, what is the greater good? We need to define. The moment you are getting married, you have to create a constitution, a preamble, which is very difficult to change, and a constitution which can be changed with a little. You need to understand. And this is we. This is the purpose of our life. We together. And don't expect it to happen in a day. Build the constitution for some time. Any constitution that you bring overnight, I'm sure you understand what I mean, is not a constitution. Any constitution that you build together as we, then first build we and then build the constitution and abide by it. And always, when you do this, purpose always triumphs over conflicts. Because sometimes, I keep telling you this, in a relationship, losing is the best way of winning. God bless you.